Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next XOP live session number 13. Once again, with our CTO, Sinisha. Welcome.
Hi, thank
Today
you.
is something special for me because I'm on the train traveling home from the Agile Disrupt in Munich. So thanks once again for the great event, guys. So I will hold back a little and hand over directly to Sinisha, but as usual, the session will be recorded and uploaded on our YouTube channel, XOP_IO. But back to business. Last time we talked about Google Cloud, Sinisha. I know it will be deployed in a few days. Can you show me or show us it already in the development environment?
Yeah, first of all, good luck with your connection in the train.
Thank you.
Hope you can stay with us here. Okay, yeah, I can give you a little preview of what we actually said we want to do. So jumping directly into the connections area, you can now see here I have a Google Cloud connection added, and that's something that will be available very soon. So now we have the big three here in connections available. Besides Azure and AWS, we now have Google Cloud. You can enter here the specific project ID and the JSON file you need to authenticate against the Google Cloud. Here, add the connection credentials, and what you can then do is, in the first step, use it in scripted actions for platform management. That is available directly when we deploy this feature to production. And in the next step, we will take care of adding also all the marketplace images from Google and enable the image build for the Google platform as well from the XOP universe. That's just a short lookout for this connection topic. And another thing that we wanted to talk about today, Mario, we'll just
pretty cool. Yes, please.
Okay, the connection. So now today we want to do something different. We want to talk a little bit about the future of application management. And for the guys who have already seen application management, we have like the overview of the applications. You can group applications and then create roles of these applications. And we also have the small tool that a lot of people downloaded and are using, is the package wizard for the PowerShell app deployment toolkit. Today, I don't want to go into our solution, but I want to give you a small preview of what we are currently working on and what will be available in the future in application management for all of our customers. And therefore, again, I switch to the Nicely Figma, where we plan the features that will be available in the future. And what you can see here in the first step, there will be two additional navigation bar settings. One will be called Package Wizard, one will be Settings, because we will add more options here. And when we get to the point that the Package Wizard will be available, and that's something that's bundled with a product that we are also currently working on called ConnectXO, that will be a component that you can install on your local computer in your, I don't know, corporate environment, on your consulting notebook or whatever. And this will enable all the Package Wizard features. Therefore, there will be a tight integration from the locally installed Package Wizard used for packaging, used for Intune, Vim exports, for conversion of packages in the future. And there will be the possibility to directly also sync all of the created packages in the future to your XOP workspace to make them available for deployment in a larger scale. And this also includes that all the applications that you have inside of your XOP workspace will be then also editable with the locally installed package wizard. So there will be a sync between those components. Besides that, we will streamline the complete look and feel of the thing. So what some of our customers have already seen, the new upload process and how it looks like for the resources part. We will move that also in the same direction in the applications part. And here you can have a small lookout how it will see. So you will be able to add multiple applications, assign different kind of also tags and descriptions, either single per application or in a batch in the future, to enable also the tagging and the descriptions for specific applications. The complete upload process will look a little bit different than it is looking today, and we will also like specify, okay, what is currently uploaded, uploading, what was uploaded, what failed, for example, to give our customers more information about the complete process. And besides that, when those applications are uploaded, and that's also related to a lot of feedback we got from our customers. If I go a little bit into the details view here, I have to check where it is, because there are a lot of screens that will be available. We are adding a lot of content to the whole application management. For example, you will be able to go into the details of an application, check the different values that belong to it, like which partial app deployment toolkit version is this, how big is this application, who uploaded it, is it currently locally available with the package wizard for editing, or is it just cloud synced? You will see the different parameters that are assigned to groups. So for the people who maybe haven't seen application management before. So the moment you create a group and you assign an application to this group, we are enabling a parameter editing of those applications, because the applications that we create are so dynamic from the way how we build it, that there are no hard-coded values inside of those packages. And that enables the possibility, or gives the customer the chance to use the same application management and assign it with different parameters to different groups. And that's something that you will see here. So you will be able to see in which groups is an application assigned to, and you will also have the chance to check the parameters inside of those specific groups and also edit those parameters if needed. And besides that, you will get more statistics like how many times was this application installed, how many times did it fail, which nodes is this application assigned to, and the installation details behind the things like log files and all the stuff around it will be in a much more detailed way than we have this today. What we are also adding is, and I have to find it because of a lot of different screens, is, give me just a second. I might have to switch to groups here. If you look at groups, we will also add the capability to duplicate groups or to create a role out of a selection of different groups. That should improve the complete workflow and speed up things a little bit. And what we will also do here is give also much more information on the group detail, because we can assign the same group also to multiple roles. And you will also see, for example, if a group is assigned to a specific image, where it is part of a provisioners that defines how an image should look like, or maybe also for the roles more specific, in which configuration management groups is this application also assigned, to give much more visibility into the different assignments and where something is used. What else do we got? Let me check that a little bit. As I said, there's a lot of different screens here. Here, for example, you can also see, if you look at the groups of an application, we are using the new flyouts that we are currently implementing everywhere to standardize the look and feel of the complete application. You will also be able to choose our central parameters area to for specific types of inputs, like strings, or if there are like something like a number that you have to define here, you will be able to choose centrally created parameters and assign them here as well. And that's, yeah, more or less a quick insight into these groups, because time is running really fast during those sessions. I will now switch to the package wizard. And just to give you an idea, so let's have a small look into the past. So this is our old package wizard, how we created it. And it's now like, I think it's 8 years old. when we started building
something like this,
the small component that you can just install somewhere and start creating your standardized PowerShell app deployment toolkit packages. The future will look something like this. So you will have the possibility to use all of those package wizard components directly integrated into our web view with all the other components. So it doesn't matter if you install the ConnectXO agent with the package wizard component on your locally computer. You will still have access to all of the features from the Cloud Console and can administrate everything like usual. But locally enabled, you will have the package wizard with all the components where we need like access to the registry, to services, to files, that you can access everything directly on the machine, and also like enable things like a local test install, test uninstall during the packaging process, how we did it in the old package wizard way. And here you can have a quick sight on those are the steps that you typically go through when you want to package an application, like put in all the parameters for the naming, which operating system should it have, what kind of custom variables do you need. And when you then click through the things here step by step, you will, like I said, have access to local paths, local directory files, variables, everything that's available locally. And then you just go through the complete process step by step with this very simplified way of building standardized PowerShell app deployment toolkit packages, with also our new view on the toolkit, on this function toolkit function builder. So what we typically do is we look at the complete functions that are available with every updated PowerShell app deployment toolkit available, and we automatically go through all the scripts and show you dynamically the parameters that you get with every function and the required fields and what you can input there to simplify the complete process of packaging. And I just want to have a quick view. I'm sorry for scrolling to show you where it is. So here it is. Here's the view on the toolkit function builder. So basically what you do is during the packaging process, you select how do you call it? The phase where you want to do something, like pre-install phase, install phase, uninstall, repair phase, or whatever. And then you can add through a very simple to use fly out, where you can search for functions, like for example, you search for MSI, then you get automatically all the functions displayed for MSI. And here you can then go through the available options and add them also here directly to a specific phase. So in the past, we always had like pre-install, post, and you had to go it step by step. Here we are a little bit more dynamic. You just choose the function you want to add and then add it to the specific phase of the packaging process. And this includes also like showing then everything you added, giving you access to the actual script that is created. Have to check where this is. Not here, but the deployment script code. So that's just an example. Here we would see how the script code looks like. You can also download it or just save it locally to use it for something else. If you want to use SCCM or whatever other product, you're still free to do it. But if you want to use it with SOAP, then you have the possibility to sync it directly to your workspace. And yeah, that's the integration part that we are now adding here to streamline our products that we have and bring the application management part of SOAP to another level in the future. And that will also include technologies like Winget, like Chocolati. You will be able to add them also to groups. And then the agent itself on the node will then just pick whatever kind of application you need, either to download it from the public repositories, or, and that's why we have a settings area here, we will also in the second step enable private repos here for all of those things. So you can use your own stuff without relying on public sources here to enhance a little bit maybe the security and the standardization part. And now 50 minutes
Very
are
nice.
through. So that's
Cool.
the short look out for those technologies. Giving back to you, Mario.
Yeah, thank you, Sinisha. One last question. The compatibility with the created packages with the old package wizard, I can import the packages in the new version and use it over there.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. We are
cool.
supporting the old
And
PowerShell app deployment toolkit packages. Yeah.
very nice, very nice. Yeah, that's a cool stuff with Application Manager, especially with the packaging wizard, which is very often used in our community for now and offers new solutions. Thank you, Sinisha, for the insights
I
and for
forgot one
sharing.
thing, Mario. I have to add
Yeah.
one more thing because I forgot it. So we are also talking about the new AVD manager that we are currently working on.
Yeah.
We will also integrate the possibility to add here something like Azure Blob Storage and then sync the application somewhere like NSIX converted packages so that you can not only sync them to your workspace, your Xope workspace, that you can also choose in the future to put specific applications on a blob storage or an AWS S3 bucket or whatever to enable also access from different locations for specific use cases like AVD. A lot to come.
That's pretty nice. That's amazing because opens new doors. Definitely, definitely. Cool. Sinisha, thank you for the insights. The time is running. Dear community, follow our channels. We will upload the videos. We will upload more blog articles regarding these topics. Register for our upcoming session next week regarding security and compliance automation with Xope. Stay tuned. Sinisha, thank you. Check it out. Have a nice day and see you all soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.